Am I the only one that think Kanye 2020 is a bad idea? I mean, really, am I? It's like, am I the only one who gives a shit about the rules? Like, I'm honestly, I'm being serious. Like, I'm not seeing any real goodness for Kanye 2020 here. I well, I'm okay with Kanye being for Trump. Okay, like he can be for whoever he wants to be. I'm a complete never Trumper. But something just seems fishy with me. Alright. And it's not really the Kanye going for Trump. I mean, he'd said he was kind of becoming pro-Trump. At least he was trying to swing that way right after the election, where he was said at a concert that you guys were being lied to by Mark Zuckerberg and stuff like that. A bunch of people on the left got pissed off at him enough where MTV decoded, well, not MTV decoded. MTV had in one of their videos one of the black guys, two black people were like, it's like, except for Kanye, you guys can have him. It's like, they're like, you know what you did, Kanye. And I'm like, wow, you guys are dicks. So, yeah, that was just that's just the awful rare sunshine. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm okay with, alright, if Kanye wants to be for Trump, okay, cool. But the fact that so many people on the left have been outright dicks about this whole situation is pretty telling. Pretty telling. Alright, this all started actually when he said that he liked the way Candace Owens thought. Like he liked Candace Owens. And if Candace Owens, if you don't know, she's basically this YouTuber called Red Pill Black. I'm not exactly liking of her because apparently something came up in her past. I'm not going to go into detail with it, but apparently she was in a little bit of crazy stuff in her past, and she was being dicks about it to people who brought it up, which was really insane to me. I'm like, don't be a dick about it. If it's in there, it's in there, and there's no way you're getting that shit out. So I was like, I don't know why she's being such a dick, but she's still got at least somewhat of a following. So I was like, okay, I don't care. I mean, I never really cared about the whole situation anyway. Only reason I knew about it was because Andy Worski was talking about it a lot when I still watched them regularly. So I was just like, oh, that's not good. And she was being a dick to a lot of people about it and calling everybody who was saying stuff fake news. So I was just like, nah, I'm gonna steer away. But Kanye, this isn't something that was a complete surprise to me. I honestly saw this kinda coming after the election. I was like, nah, it's only a matter of time, and it took a little bit to marinate, but yeah, he's pro-Trump now. Even though that, I mean, but I don't think he's a full-blown conservative. Same reason why I don't think Trump is necessarily conservative. Because remember when the March for Our Lives happened? Kanye was out there marching in the streets with Kim over all that stuff. So I don't see really what angle he's going at here. If he's really going with an angle, he could not. This could be completely genuine in that he was kind of forced to go on the march, which very well could be. A lot of people who are somewhat even remotely related to anyone on the left are kind of dragged into a lot of these situations. But anyway, it's just a lot of in and outs of the situation when it comes to the left. Because basically, a couple weeks ago, there's a good meme going around about this, that everybody on the left like loved Kanye before he started talking about how he liked Candace Owens, and then right after that, he's basically been castrated. Not castrated. What the fuck does that mean? Like, no, I know what that means. It's like, why would I say castrated? But he's basically been alienated by the entire left for saying that he liked Candace Owens, and then when he came out for Trump, it got even worse. There's a bunch of people calling him a bunch of racist slurs and shit like that. I mean, freaking John Legend, that insufferable prick, said, "Hey man," he said, "Hey man, I respect you, but you need to stop liking Trump because his policies are something bad for people of color," which is pretty ludicrous. Like, pretty damn ludicrous. I mean, there's no evidence that his policies have been at all negative towards black people, and I know Trump likes to brag that black unemployment has been in its lowest rate because of his policies. That's not true. but there's no reason to say that his policies have been completely negative towards black people or people of color or shit like that. Because I see no evidence of that. There's absolutely no evidence that his policies have been damaging to people of color. Like, I call that bullshit. And I hate using that term, people of color. I'm only saying it because they're saying it. But anyway. Damn it. I mean, this whole situation is just really telling about what the left has really been doing with the culture war. Basically saying, okay, if you like this, but you turn on us for a couple situations, we're going to completely disassociate from you and call you things like Nazis and bigots and shit like that. Like, there's a reason people think Steven Pinker is of the alt-right, even though he is not. He is a very left guy. Alright, the only reason he did that because he said that a lot of people on the left are being retarded with their intersectional politics and driving away a lot of young white men because, they think white men are scum of the earth, and a lot of young white guys are looking at that and saying, well, shit, I might as well join the alt-right, because at least they're actually standing for me or something like that, and I don't think the alt-right is necessarily a great force, but I think more than a few people are in the alt-right because of that type of alienation. But anyway, yeah, like Kanye's stuff may be genuine, and him and Trump have actually, been buddy-buddied over this a lot, which I find funny. I'm gonna continue to find that funny because, I mean, they're just buddy-buddying. Like, Kanye actually got a MAGA hat freaking signed by Trump. I just found that so funny. Like, it was just so funny. I don't know why, I just found it funny. And, also, Chance the Rapper actually came to Kanye's defense, saying that black people don't have to be Democrats, because there's a bunch of people who are saying, why are you supporting a Republican? Republicans are racist, sexist, bigot, homophobes, and at least that's what I think the context is, I'm not sure, but he did tweet out that black people don't have to be Democrats, and it set Twitter on fucking fire. On fire. So I was just like, man, shit's going a little crazy. And this has actually prompted the whole thing to go into Kanye 2020 craze. Only conservatives actually want it to happen this time. What I'm getting at here is I'm not particularly fond of Kanye West being put into the office of the presidency. I don't think that's necessarily a great idea. And I know a lot of you MAGA guys are gonna say, but Trump was just the same way, and he became president. Well, yeah, doesn't mean I necessarily like everything he's been doing. To top that off, one of the reasons why Republicans are kind of losing ground in a lot of battleground states where we won in 2018, well, 2016, we're losing a bunch of those in spades. So I don't like how Trump has been necessarily so divisive. I mean, he's able to hit hard where he can hit hard the most, but there's been a lot of things that Trump has done that has been morally very, very egregious. Like, it's pretty bad. So that's my whole thing on that. Top that off, Kanye is not politically knowledgeable. And dare I say, I think he's politically illiterate sometimes. Like, for example, right after Katrina, he was one of those people who was in the media saying that this was all George Bush's fault. But George W. Bush's fault. Like he was supposed to prevent a fucking hurricane from coming in and wrecking the entire Gulf Coast. Yeah, like it's supposed to be his responsibility to, shield everybody with this super huge shield of the federal government. Yeah. Yeah, like that's supposed to do anything, okay? And as far as I know, he's never taken this back. Which, like I said, makes this all the more sketchy to me if you're one of those zany political conspiracy theorists, not an actual conspirator theorist. So it's just, my whole thing is just like, why? Like, what, like, honestly, I want to know what really prompted Kanye to go red pill, I guess. I mean, we're going to say red pill blips. I don't think he's necessarily been red pilled per se. I don't think he's really Well, I know he's serious about it because I mean he is really defending himself about it. He's saying, he's like stuff like he's a free thinker and stuff like that. It's like that's good. I want free thinking people in the country. And one of the things I really hate about the identitarian politics of the right, of the alt right, the left, and the regular right, are the fact that so many people are really into the divisive identitarian race baiting politics, and it's really annoying. And there's a lot of people on the regular right who are trying to get rid of that. There's a bunch of people on the right who's trying to personify that, and the intersectional left kind of started the personification and are making it worse completely. So it's just, you gotta be careful with all this stuff. But my whole thing is literally, let Kanye be Kanye. I mean, these are the same people who were basically saying that George W. Bush, but no, these are the same people who support a man like Joe Biden, who continually says on a regular fucking basis that Republicans are going to put black people back in chains, with no evidence whatsoever, and with all the evidence to the contrary. How am I going to take them seriously when it comes to issues like this? And they're basically saying, hey, Kanye, come back. We're your slave owners. At least that's what some people act like it should be. So it's just crazy. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't really think Kanye 2020 would be much benefit to the Republican Party or any party for that matter. But, hey, if he's going to run, let him run. And I just find it funny that he is being taken seriously as a good contender, but I'm just like, nah. I'm going to stick with my good guys. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that little thing. So, yeah. Don't die, and I'll see you guys later.